First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it?
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Games out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mixon will try the right side. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
It's a loss of yards. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. The Chargers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they went for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Gets past one man, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
42 yards rushing so far. This is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now a play fake. Carr being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Carr going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On play action, it's Carr.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your words because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Herbert now.
Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third and 2, Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
17 yards. Complete to Mike Williams. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 31 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. 54 yards.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down, Eckler. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
Touchdown, Chargers!
Austin Eckler
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you...
And now here's another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, five interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but Man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. Room here to run. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it's Herbert. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This goes out wide for Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now Kelly. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Touchdown Raiders. Joe Mixon, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Chargers 31, Raiders 7.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
The 47-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
48-yard line.
To throw, Kelly. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet and picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Herbert following the turnover. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 31, Kelly dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Kelly. His throw incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
137 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Once more, here's Eckler.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. He's tackled.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Herbert's pass intercepted.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Chargers' 28-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Kelly. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 2nd and 2, Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders have recovered.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
That's a 3rd down conversion.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Herbert. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack on 1st down, Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. As a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
A play fake, now Kelly. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz from 17 yards out. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
41. Raiders 30.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And, you know, they're still very much in the driver's seat, but this second half, this offense has not looked as crisp as the first half, and now with a touchdown that just happened against them, I don't know, things a little more interesting right now.
And so often in games, we talk about a defense picking up for their offense. I think in this case, this offense needs to pick up for their defense. Let them get some rest on the sidelines now, since they just gave up a score. And as you noted, they need to get that crispness back from the first half. They need a big drive here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's Eckler again. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Second down at 7.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chargers have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they're going to get this up to midfield.